Levels, warming temperatures, shrinking snow cover and ice sheets. It's already happening.
Joe Biden has repeatedly called climate change an existential threat. He's promised the US a clean energy revolution. And last week, when it became apparent he would win the election, he made his first bold move, tweeting, "Today, the Trump administration officially left the Paris Climate Agreement. And in exactly 77 days, a Biden administration will rejoin it."
A Biden victory really sort of turbocharges the international conversation on climate. Firstly, because, you've got the world's biggest economy and second biggest emitter back in the game, and they will have to produce a target for themselves. And secondly, because, the sheer diplomatic heft of the US means that they will be putting a lot of pressure on allies like Japan, Canada, Australia and others to raise their ambition.
Under President Trump, who called climate change a hoax, several countries, including Australia, Brazil and Russia, were given the rope to lower their climate ambitions. But with the US back in the fold, those countries have no one to hide behind.
Just in the last month, we've seen China take on a more ambitious target, Japan and South Korea. The EU is really pushing ahead as well. And between all of them, you have the majority of the world's greenhouse gas emissions covered. And that's essential if we're going to meet the goal of limiting global warming to below 2 degrees.
At home in the US, Biden is promising a green transformation. He's pledged $2 trillion for investment in clean energy, with the goal of carbon-free electricity by 2035 and net zero emissions by 2050.
No one will be investing in anything that's going to be high polluting going forward. So if you look at the car industry, the US is a major car maker. You'd be looking at turning places like Detroit into hubs of electric vehicle manufacturing. So creating jobs, but building the cars of the future that run on the renewable electricity that he's now pushing ahead with.
But there is a hurdle in the way of all this ambition, and that's the likelihood that the Republicans will control the Senate. It will be a test of Biden's reputation as a politician skilled in inter-party diplomacy, but also an opportunity to prove to the world when it comes to the climate, the US is under new management. Sarah Morice, TRT World.